So, have you noticed something? Like anime voice. Okay, I know most of you have kind of just started anime, or most of you have been watching anime for years and years. For me, I have been watching anime since 2021. So, it's not really that long of a time, but I do have noticed something. Like the anime's quality, is getting very high. The fights are getting way smoother, and not just that, even the budget of the studios and the anime industry is very high right now. So all the anime have like very high budget, smoother animations, and like different kind of animation styles, and it's like on all time peak now, and we are getting so many animes like one after another. But what I have noticed is, yet after all of these things, something just doesn't click right. Okay, like somehow, even though so many positive and good things are happening, somehow it still feels like something is lacking. Okay, and something that was there long ago is not there anymore, which just makes you feel like, and makes you question that what really happened, where did it all went wrong. Don't worry, in this video I'm not really going to go roasting the new gen animes. I love them, I am a big fan of them, and I watch them almost every day. So it's not about roasting, but it's rather about talking about what really happened, or what is it that we are missing, even though so many great things and the industry of anime has leveled up so far. See, this is going to be full on my opinion. So if you have any other opinions, or you don't agree with me, you can just comment it down. But don't be offended with it. It's just the opinion. I mean, news and old and everything is better. But there is some sort of feeling that the older generation animes gave us that we don't feel anymore. So first thing first, you kind of have to understand this, that how anime really started. Okay, I'm not really going to make this a history boring lecture, but just to get a point of view. Okay, so when anime started, it was mostly hand drawn, or any kind of animation, not just anime, American cartoons, Indian cartoons, or whatever. It was all hand drawn, and that process takes very long. Okay, I mean, logically speaking, even though the modern budget and everything, we get one episode a week, which is like, even if that anime has been ongoing since a long time, and like One Piece or something, still it only produces around 30 to 35 or 40 episodes an year, because they also need breaks. So they sometimes go on a 6 months break, or 3 months break, or a 1 month break. Here I'm going to talk about a lot of things, but first you gotta understand the main thing, that anime industry is started as why do you start drawing? Okay, if anyone of you loves drawing or something, or doing anything creative, why do you start it? Because you want to do something creative, right? And at that time there is no constraints or something, there is just one thing: I want to be creative. Of course, money has always played a role, so it was they're present in the old time too, but somehow the creativity was kind of at more dominant and more prioritized. Okay, but that has completely changed now. I mean, it's just more like the quality the quantity of animes releasing has increased so much that somehow the quality has gotten very fucked. And since the things were hand drawn in the older animes, most of the time they didn't really went to do just like countless fan services and making a lot of weird stuff and adding just components that don't really need to be there. Okay, so it's just like that. And because of that, you gotta understand that because it's kind of money based industry, it has become more like, can this be a great thing in future, or and the narrative has shifted towards that, will this make money? And that is something which we shouldn't really complain about, because that's just how the whole thing works. Changes happen, and the way the world is right now is kind of logical. The second point that I want to talk about is mostly going to be how the referencing thing has turned over to copying. Okay, so when there is some sort of originality, you always like that thing regardless of how bad it is because it's original. For example, let's just say Dragon Ball. It's one of the most, it's like an original anime which has countless of copies. Even Naruto, One Piece, everything has some sort of reference or inspiration, from Dragon Ball. So Dragon Ball has been like a legendary kind of godfather thing to all the animes, all the modern animes. Okay, and that is something like, for example, okay, I think that it's not like Naruto would be the first ninja based anime, right? There would be definitely more animes that came out earlier that were themed in ninja category or something. But something that always struck me is that if I have created, like, there are limited genres, right? So if you take inspiration, you just don't copy everything, right? You don't copy the story plot. For example, you could just I will just give you an example. See, Naruto, Luffy, and Luffy, whatever you call him, and Bleach. Okay, and so and Ichigo basically. So from Naruto, from One Piece, and from Bleach. So all of these anime characters have something related to Dragon Ball. Okay, for example, like personality wise, Luffy and Naruto both are like good guys, have a pretty like a little bit dumb personality, but they are still good, and they have high battle IQ. Okay, and like Bleach, I guess only and all of their dress are somehow, the color of their dress is inspired from Dragon Ball. Goku's dress basically. I won't really go for Ichigo's personality as Kakarot because like he is a little Vegeta type guy. But somehow this was the thing that always there were two duos. One was like Goku, and one was like Vegeta. So like Naruto, Sasuke, Zoro, and Luffy, and in Bleach, Ryu Ishida and our Ichigo. Okay, so this has been like kind of a thing, and it was good at this point. Even the thing about, see, in Dragon Ball we have ki, right? The energy. That same thing translates in Naruto as chakra, and in One Piece is haki, and in Bleach is spiritual pressure. So all of these things have somehow referenced from Dragon Ball, even though the referencing point must be very low. Okay, and that is why because of the limitation, and because there are no original animes or many less original ideas now, anime kind of feels like we are watching the same thing over and over again. So the perfect example would be isekai. Okay, so there are like, isekai is one of the most weirdest genre ever, because, and it's a good thing. I mean, it does taste your creativity to a different point, because most of the story, I mean, when you heard about this thing, okay, I got reincarnated as washing machine, as a blade, as a vending machine or whatever, all of these kind of, and the whole story when you watch it is more like slice of life anime. Okay, so I will give you a simple reference. So for slice of life anime, basically the thing starts at high school. Either the boy or the girl is fully introverted, and then the boy and the other boy or girl that they end up with is basically very popular, and this beauty queen and or king type of guy, and somehow he gets her, and the whole beach scenario comes, the summer vacation, then the New Year Eve shrine visit, those fireworks, and that is how all of them end. But still, it somehow feels good because you are not really finding that much story in there. It's just you're watching it because it's wholesome, and it makes you feel like gives you that kind-hearted or a heartwarming feeling. Okay, but when you are actually going for the story, like in every genre, like isekai, because isekai has a lot of things to explore and has a lot of potential, and the same goes for like our shonen genre. And the shonen is basically the action king of all the anime, and that is why because of the whole repeating process, like the shonen has basically think that a guy who is very weak will like have a very tortured past, will start giving his all and become the strongest in the world, save the world from danger, is the normal shonen thing. And for isekais, basically you get transferred from another world, and somehow you are the only one with like a lot of power, and at first it seems like it's just a wasted power, but then you realize that no, this is what like the most rarest or the most powerful thing on that world. And that is why it feels so repetitive that it just sucks. I mean, nobody wants to watch repetitive things, right? And somehow still it's not like all all the new gen animes are like this. Most of them on like the basically the biggest thing is the isekai genre. Okay, definitely copies everything, and that is why I guess it has also been a big factor on why anime industry feels so or kind of repeated and so boring. The third point that I want to talk about is the thing about perfect characters. I hate them, and I've always hated them. Okay, and see, the thing about perfect characters is basically we from like Dragon Ball or Naruto generation, we got people who were kind of dumb, but that who were really funny, kind of dumb, and that gives you that whole comedy vibe. And but they had big battle IQ, good motivations and stuff like that, and they were hardworking. Okay, but now most of the anime comes with this thing like we are just keeping isekai aside, because all the isekai is based on how a guy just goes and get the greatest power available on the world, and so it doesn't really have that much of character development in isekais. I'm not talking about all the isekai. Definitely many people hate Mushoku Tensei, but that it is one of the greatest isekais. Then there's Tensura. I mean, the number are very less, but there are good isekais available, but we are keeping that aside. But most of even the new gen animes, like normal ones, they have mostly overpowered characters. And by perfect character, I mean even overpowered is good, like Saitama. Look at him, but still the fight feels intense and good. But the thing about overpowered character is that it's not just the overpoweredness that makes the show boring. Okay, definitely it is a big factor, but it's also that guy will have one of the best personalities in the whole world. I mean, that guy, like all of them are like Batman. Okay, is either a character who is too good, okay, like too good, and still many good things are happening. He will save his enemy, and somehow that enemy will fall in love with him, and he will make his harem. And another stereotype comes that the guy has lot of power, he's pretty cool, savage, and everything. And this is what messes up a lot of stuff, because we want to see him develop. We want to see that character development that gives you the chills, and that gives you that feeling when you finally see him power up, and when you realize that, oh, how long we have come since I started watching this show. He was so weak and he has developed, and that actually takes time. It's not like in the first season and at the season's end that guy has conquered the world. No, not like that. Okay, so that is where you kind of felt this thing. And animes were long. I mean, Naruto didn't just, he was if you guys have mostly know about Naruto, let's take like all of the examples. Okay, Naruto, Ichigo, or Luffy. I mean, it's not like they acquired everything at first. Okay, and these animes are long, and because they are long, and they get powered up in long term. Okay, it's not like in 12 episodes, in the 6th episode that guy has already reached like 90% of the power hierarchy of that world. Okay, and the thing about it, I only complain this because it's mostly present in only mangas and animes, because manhwas have taken this whole concept of isekai into like a completely next level. And I don't really remember what it's called in manhwa, but it's not really called reincarnation is something else, but the originality is next level in manhwas and everything else. So yeah, that has also been a big point. And the last the topic is basically the effect of social media and the thing that story has become too fast paced. So when you watch anime, the anime pacing feels very slow, like the movement of characters and stuff, while the anime story feels very fast. So it's more like they want to combine 5 or 10 chapters of manga, and they just want to fit everything in it as much as they can, which messes up the story all out, because honestly the animation and everything is so, you can say, high quality and stuff. Because of that, the usual flow of the episode is very slow. Okay, like the character movements and everything is very slow, but the story goes very fast. And whenever it's like historically proven, whenever you want to whenever you want to fit everything into one episode, it just messes up everything. And even a fast-paced episode may be a good thing, but most of the animes even, and it's so weird, like, okay, they will come at slow pace and then they will make the ending so fast. That is something that should be slow, because that gives you the feel that, oh, you have finally completed something, and that gives you the, I mean, why do we even watch anime? It's because, like, why did you watch Naruto? Because of his character development, the funny vibe, and basically how he got so powerful and defeated everyone, most of this stuff. But it's not like he's overpowered, right? So this is the main thing. Okay, I know the video has gotten long, and I'm very sorry if the video has seemed like a little boring or a little overwhelming, because it's been 2 years and I have uploaded a video after 2 years and with my face reveal. So definitely I will be consistent from now on. So sayonara for this, but definitely share your opinions.